No sound. Can you guys hear me? Let me know in the comments if you can hear me now. I'm not sure if there was no sound. Big up to Great One in the building, letting me know that. Bro, you called? I'm using my phone to do the stream. Big up to you guys. Big up to everyone watching. And I'm gonna give it a little recap. It's been a long time coming. Trinidad having a overhaul on their football. It's been a long time coming. Better part of 20 years. We definitely were down and out. Since qualifying for the World Cup in 2006, being the smallest nation ever to qualify for the world stage. It's been an uphill battle for Trinidad in managing, taking things to the next level, even maintaining the level of football that we had before. And it's been one of those situations, guys, I could only say it was disappointing. We have a rich history in football. I'm a Manchester United fan. And we got the likes of Dwight York, a Trini, won a treble, legend of the Premier League, a legend in football in general. And Trinidad is nowhere to be seen. We've fallen so far, we're probably somewhere around 70. Could be worse. You know what I'm saying? It's not the best time, but it's not the worst time. And 9 months ago, Trinidad and Tobago made a conscious decision to change and improve that with the hiring of Dwight York as the new head coach. They've been given a lot of young players and a lot of local talent chances, and there are some youngsters coming from foreign base, and it's an interesting situation. The captain of Sando FC, Chevanese Hamilton, likes getting chances. Also, Dante Gilbert getting chances. He plays at PSV, and none other than young Sealy, who's been scoring a lot of goals for Trinidad recently in the last few games he's been featuring for the team. And the national team has been, bringing a lot of good energy, a lot of support from the fan base, from the country, and rightly so. They've been doing some positive things. Of course, we've had some poor results, none more worse than the result against USA. It was a poor performance all around. It was shocking. We could not believe what we were looking at. I had some friends of mine watching the game with me. Of course, you guys know I live in Europe, so it was a late night for me, 1 a.m. to 3 a.m., only to be thrashed by the USA in an unfortunate encounter that saw Alvin Jones lost his head and cost the first three goals, and we never recovered from there. Of course, there were some good moments where Sealy hooked up and possibly with Spicer, they almost created a goal, but by some luck of the draw, they were not able to get the goal in the back of the net. So it is what it is. But let's talk about the next encounter. It's going to be an interesting one as Trinidad and Tobago. We are in the groups. We are in the group. We are certainly in with a shout. There's a possibility of us qualifying, and there's a possibility of us, making it to the next round. But it's definitely going to be a situation where, we're going to have to fight. And it's going to be an interesting situation as we fight because we are damn near bottom of the group. Haiti are looking at us, licking their lips, and they are thinking about they can get 3 points that will help them qualify as well. And of course, we might be looking at Haiti and thinking we can bounce back. And rightly so, because, I mean, we faced them a couple times. I believe we faced them 6 times. But in recent times, we've lost the last two encounters. In 2013, we lost 1-0. And not too recently after that, in 2016, we lost 2-0 to the Haitians. But in some other more non-competitive fixtures where we have met in friendlies, Trinidad have came out victorious. It's going to be an interesting situation that Dwight York and this team, this young Trinidad team, find themselves in. Lots of players are playing locally. Some of them are playing foreign. Some of them are playing in MLS. Some of them are playing, in different European leagues such as Belgium, Sweden, even Slovakia. To be fair, and it's going to be interesting because there's some young talent coming out of of Europe as well in the UK. We have some players. We have a young talent called Okibiwu who plays at Coventry City. He's a very interesting attacking player, and I would like to see more of him. Of course, the Dutch talent Dante Gilbert. It's going to be very interesting to see when he makes his return to the team. I expect him to be here for the first game of World Cup qualifying, and let's see how that group phase goes. But the Gold Cup is tonight. Guys, we will be live on the channel tonight as we bring you coverage of the Gold Cup. Come join us in the watch along as Trinidad and Tobago take on Haiti. It's going to be a physical encounter. I expect Haiti to be very aggressive, like Dwight York has spoken in his press conference earlier today. You can catch that on my channel as well in the link below. Go check it out and let me know in the comments what you thought about what Dwight York had to say. He expects a physical encounter and he hopes that the Trinidad and Tobago team will give him a reaction after the poor showing against USA. And what I can say to you guys is that I do expect to see a fight from the Trini boys. We are Trini boys after all, and we definitely have that fire inside of us. And we like to take the game to our opponents, but we were not able to do that against the USA. I would say I would blame that on previous coaches who always play a sort of defensive minded situation against the USA. They always play them with fear and they coach that fear into the players. And it's Dwight York's job in this current moment, not only to try to pick a better team, but also to coach courage into this team because it's a very interesting situation that we find ourselves in as Clinton Allen is coming in and saying, big up to you, Clinton Allen says, DY needs to pick the best team. Of course, not all the best players are available for the team. What happened with the last game? Levi Garcia, he was getting married. He was unavailable. The lad has cut his honeymoon short to come and support the team and play for us. I guess we could call that top peak patriotism by Levi Garcia because, normally you'd go on a honeymoon for like 2 or 3 weeks. He's back already. It hasn't even been a week. He just got married on the night that we lost 5-0. So I would say, Clinton, that Dwight is certainly trying to pick the best team. Dante Gilbert is coming off of a long season. He's going to need some rest. There's also other players that are coming off long seasons that will need a rest. And you're only as strong as your weakest link. And while the weakest link currently might be the local based pros and some of the lesser foreign based pros, it's something that, guys, we have to move on from. We have to step up. I am not in total agreement with him picking the goalkeeper that he picked because that guy is older than I am. He should not be playing for the national team at that age. But we don't have better options. Maybe if there were better options, I think they certainly would be selected. Of course, we are facing problems with the current structure of the law that allows for foreign-based internationals to play for Trinidad and Tobago based on their relationship with ancestry and heritage through the island. It's going to be interesting to see how they work. The new government works with this to help Dwight York facilitate, because we definitely need two defenders in that back line. It's not that strong. Of course, there are some players who are interested in playing for the country. There are some players who are making themselves available to play for the country. And it's up to us and up to the government, to change that stickly law that has just been there. That I mean, a lot of countries have kind of made some remedies for that allows players that with good faith that have relations to the island through a parent, through a grandparent, to come and play for the nation. And I think that's something we need to work on, as well as give some hope to the local based pros as well, because they might be thinking everyone wants a foreign base, everyone wants a foreign base. But guys, local based pros, talking to you guys directly, I'm not gonna pull any punches, but I'm gonna tell you something. You guys need to take your steps up another level, because the pro league is nowhere near the level it was 15 years ago. The level has dropped. I can tell you, I've seen it. Yeah, I see the pro league. You guys are good. You guys are much more talented. You have much better access to medical aid on the pitch and all the sorts of amenities that players did not have back then. But what they had was that fight, that desire, and they went levels above. Lots of local based pros like Otis Whitley took us to the World Cup. Otis Whitley. No one knew who this guy was. Yeah, but he was a general in midfield. And there are gems just like him out there around the TT Pro League. And I hope that Dwight York and his coaching staff, who are formerly of Manchester United as well, so one or two of the guys, coaching the academy, will discover some of your talents. But you guys have to be a little bit strong minded as well. Give the coach no room to not want to select you. Lift your levels up. You need to be better. This is the international stage. It's not a fat match, guys. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to disrespect the Pro League or disrespect your efforts by any means necessary, but I'm telling you now, sometimes you don't get selected, or you get selected for a game or two and you're thinking, well, they don't need you. No, you should be thinking, what did I do? Did I not do to give them the confidence that I am the right guy for the job? What can I do to be better? Trinidad needs you. Dwight York needs you. You know what I mean? The team needs you. So, going on to the game tonight, it's going to be an interesting encounter. Of course, the Trinidad team is an aggressive team as well. It did not look like that against the USA, but hopefully tonight they will show the USA the fruits of their efforts and all they have done, and they will have learned something and show some of what they have learned in that defeat against the USA. Of course, we are hoping for a much better performance than we saw the last time, especially if we're going to try to qualify for the next World Cup. Hmm. I don't know, guys. It was one of those humbling performances, humbling defeats that embarrass you and hurts you. And as a Trini, I'm disappointed. But as a footballing fan, these things happen. It's a young team. Of course, we should have been working on this long before. Dwight York maybe should have came in a year before, to have more time to prepare the team to at least give a better showing in the Gold Cup as well. But this is not where we are. This is not the situation that we have. And we only have what we have, and we have to make the best with what we have. So, guys, for me, I think if he puts in a little bit of, if he gets them to be a little bit more compact in the defense for this game, I think starting the likes of young Sealy with Levi Garcia coming back into the team, we're definitely going to have some potency up front and definite threats for Haiti to look at. I would not be surprised if Trinidad go on to get the first goal, maybe concede against Haiti, but still turn around victors in this game, somewhere like a 2-1 or maybe even a shock 3-1 win against the Haitians. I would say that, and some people would say that I'm crazy. But guys, trust me, the performances will be culminating very soon. And unfortunately, we have not been able to bring it in each and every game. And of course, our worst came out against the USA, but our best is yet ahead of us. And I think this is all preparation for the World Cup. But tonight against Haiti, we need to give ourselves reason to get more game time because we need more game time so that Dwight York could see more and work a little bit more on the tactical changes that he might need that might just help us get over the likes of Jamaica, Curacao, and Bermuda and qualifiers for the 2026 World Cup. It's been your boy MarkN with a simple, layman's preview of, Trinidad and Tobago versus Haiti. I will be live later on tonight. Come join me. Come have some fun. Talk in the chats. All your chats will be read. Of course, we'll be interacting throughout the entire match, having some fun and talking some crap. But you know what it is, guys. It's been a good one. I look forward to seeing what Dwight York and the boys will do tonight. A rough estimation of the starting lineup that has been out and about. It looks like you might be seeing Spicer starting with Levi Garcia up front. We play that sort of two-striker formation up front with three midfielders behind them, the likes of Phillips, possibly Noah Powder, as well as Isaiah Lee is probably going to be fitting in a winger position somewhere off the right. There seems to be a little bit of a shuffle to the back line, so I'll leave that one up to your imagination. And yes, set to start tonight should be the likes of Denzel Smith, so we should be in good hands. Guys, have a great one. Your boy MarkN is signing out. I will catch you guys later and hopefully we'll be enjoying a win for Trinidad and Tobago as we make our way through the Gold Cup and try to guess past those stages to keep it even further. Because guess what happens? The World Cup is where it's at, and in 2026, that's where we want to be. Big up to all of you watching, and don't forget to smash a like and subscribe.
Baby.